Judge Pangilinan, you're recognized, sir.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President.
And you may proceed when you're ready.
A few questions on inciting to sedition.
Yes, Your Honor.
For the witness, kasi pinapaliwanag mo yung, sinasagot mo yung tanong ni Senate President Win kanina, no? Nasa NBI ka na, Cybercrime Division, since 2018.
Yes, Your Honor. 2018.
So, naalala mo ba yung kaso ni Ronel Mas? Yung taga Zambales na nagkaroon ng Facebook post.
Yes, sir. Naalala ko po pero hindi ko kami may hawak ng case na yan.
Pero
Opo.
kung maalala mo, dahil division ninyo ang nagsampa ng kasong inciting to sedition, no? Tama ba?
I-check ko yung record. Hindi po yata ako may hawak
Dahil,
ng case.
well, to refresh your memory, nag-post siya sa social media offering 50 million to anyone who would kill former President Duterte. At that time, he was
Yes,
the
sir.
president.
Yes, sir.
So,
That's the news.
you remember that?
Yes, sir. That's the news.
Oo. Tapos, inaresto siya. Sabi niya, I will give 50 million reward kung sino makapatay sa dating presidente. So, nakita ng inyong division na ito ay inciting to sedition. Tama?
Yes, sir.
And therefore, sinampahan siya ng anti-cybercrime law.
Opo, sir.
Meron ding isang kaso, 14 May 2020. Dito naman sa Osamis. Pero palagay ko police investigation ito. No? Pero same, Cybercrime Prevention Act, inciting to sedition, ginamit ang Facebook account, Joe Mark Medina, and posted that he would give 150 million to anyone who would kill then President Duterte. So ito rin, naging kaso ng anti-cybercrime law.
Nabalitaan din po namin.
Okay. So, dito sa dalawang ito, in other words, to explain inciting to sedition, ang ganitong mga remarks have the tendency precisely to if not attack the government, put it in, mobilize individuals or people to go against government, tama?
Yes, sir.
So that is what you found in the earlier, in the later case of inciting to sedition that you have recommended for PI
Opo, sir.
kay
Yes, sir.
Vice President.
As a matter of fact, yung isa sa mga heated arguments namin during that time nung ina-analyze namin yung case, nagtanong kami sa sarili namin, if we allow this unaddressed, yung pagganyan na nagbabanta sa buhay ng presidente, pag inayaan lang natin at yan yung maging norms na ng ating society, kahit sino na lang po pwedeng gawin yon. At alam ho natin magkakagulo pag ganon at walang ang regulation at pag di ho in-strict yan, sasabihin ho ng mga tao, okay naman pala kahit
Lalo na ngayon
mag-threat
dahil
ka.
sa social media, no? Malaki ang
Opo.
impluwensya. Pag nakikitang nangyayari ito at hindi natutugunan,
Opo, sir.
sabi niyo may problema. Thank you, thank you. No more. No.
Thank you po, Your Honor.
What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Villanueva?
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer, just one question, quick question on this particular topic on inciting to sedition, if I may.
The gentleman may proceed.
Yes, again, let me ask the witness, just to clarify the factual basis for the National Bureau of Investigation's possible inciting to sedition. No? We recognize, Mr. Witness, yung strong criticism of the President may fall within the realm of what we call protected political speech. And it's really a balance. And somehow, yun yung nagpapa-confuse paminsan. Kailan nagpo-fall into grave threats, kailan nagpo-fall into inciting to sedition. Pero bilang investigador, ano po yung nakikita ninyo na sa mga pahayag at sa surrounding circumstances na naging basihan po ng NBI para tignan ito bilang posibleng inciting to sedition at hindi lamang ito pumapasok doon sa tinatawag na political criticism?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, una, kinonsider namin sino yung utterer. So, una, yung utterer, the Vice President, the second highest official of the land. Then, pangalawa, kinonsider namin, ano ba yung mga in-utter ng Vice President? And then pangatlo, ano ba yung surrounding circumstances na like naging reaksyon nung recipient nung utterances o threats. Nakita ho namin na kung pwede palang gawin ito ng isang isa sa pinakamataas na posisyon ng Pilipinas at hindi natin ito i-address, hindi natin i-regulate, pwede na rin po pala itong gawin ng kahit na sino. Remember, Your Honor, Vice President is kinukonsider ho natin na model bilang public official. So tinitingnan po natin siya kung ano yung actuation siya sa public, kung ano yung pakikipagrelasyon niya sa ibang public official. So again, Your Honor, nung makita ho namin yan, may effect po sa mga tao. Kung ang Vice President kayang gawin yan at wala namang nangyari, gawin na rin natin yung iba. Yung ini-explain ko nga kahapon, may pattern, may consistent siya, and the fact na bold yung mga statement, pupugutan ng ulo, this country will go to hell because the person na nakaupo is hindi marunong maging presidente. Yung mga factor ho yun, finactor in namin. Pag nakita ito ng taong bayan at walang kilos na ginawa yung gobyerno, parang domino effect po yan. Pwede na. So, sunod-sunod na. Alam naman po natin ang nangyayari sa social media. So, nakita namin na dangerous to. Alarming siya. So, definitely, nung nag-imbestiga ng NBI at nakalap niya lahat ng kinakailangang ebidensya, yung findings po namin, kasama po doon yung inciting to sedition.
Is it safe to say na yung pinaka-core nito is that when it falls under that category na it somehow steers public uprising?
Definitely, based on our investigation.
Yun
yes,
po yung
sir.
core, would
Yes,
you say?
sir.
And do you use the same methodology as you use doon sa grave test? For example, yung 4 stages na binanggit po ninyo, identification, collection, analysis, legal evaluation, yung elements na binanggit nyo yesterday, yung factors considered, delivery, literal meaning, nature, relationship to the parties, blah, blah, blah. Ito ba?
Yes, sir.
Same?
Opo,
Same?
kasama po yan sa analysis namin na ano yung epekto nito sa publiko pag ito yung naging norms na natin.
So
at
this is
hindi
the
natin
same na ginamit po ninyo?
Yes, sir.
And last but not the least, Your Honor, Mr. Witness, for purposes of investigating itong inciting to sedition, may we clarify, because it was, I don't know if Senator Bongo made mention about this. To clarify lang, is it necessary that someone was actually incited? Yun po ba, just for purposes of investigating itong inciting to sedition, is it necessary that someone was actually incited para mag-fall dito?
Well, ang basis po namin, yung People versus Nabong, if I'm not mistaken, in order to be seditious yung speeches, it is not necessary na mayroong actual sedition. The law also penalizes or punishes those statements na mag-i-encourage to overthrow the government or to steer the people against the government or to disturb the peace of the community or to undermine public safety and public order.
Thank
ho
you
ang naging
for the
consideration.
clarification. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr.